In this training, we're going to be taking a look at the status and assigned to fields inside of SmartSuite. So if that's of interest, stick around and let's get into it. Let's go ahead and drill on into my screen here where I have already set up a status and an assigned to field. I want to point out that when you start creating a new app, one of each of these fields will automatically be created for you. But let's drill into them and get a better understanding of what these particular fields do so that you can know if you need to include more of them in your particular SmartSuite apps. So first and foremost, we have the assigned to field here. And this, you'll notice, is actually connected to the status field and it allows us to utilize the My Workspace inside of SmartSuite. Now, if you haven't already utilized My Work, check out the other resources we've built around My Work so that you understand what that is. Essentially, it allows us to track information that we have due. So our upcoming tasks and projects will all be consolidated in that My Workspace. In order for that to work, of course, we need to actually have that thing assigned to us, and that's what this assigned to field is. So you'll notice that in the settings, we have the option to look at single or multiple people getting work assigned to them. And we can also filter on or off a member's filter. If we filter it on, then that would allow us to only include certain teams or certain departments or certain language or roles. So there are a number of ways that we can limit the types or the specific users who will be assigned to the assigned to field, filtering out anyone who we don't want assigned in this field. We can also, of course, require an entry in this field. Now that's it for setting up the assigned to field, but again, notice that it's tying to the status field that we're going to take a look at next. So let's go ahead and exit without saving, because I didn't make any changes, and drill into that status field by going to modify the field settings here. I can't actually make any changes to this particular status field because of the fact that it's already linked to the following fields, the assigned to field and the due date field. So in order to allow us to see the different changes we can make to a field, let's actually create our own new status field. And I'll start by typing in status. I'll select this field type and I'll rename this to be status 2. Now that I'm inside this particular status field, you see that I have the option to mark it as complete. And so what this allows me to do is to say, hey, when this particular status is attained, that is what will track that any work that was assigned to someone here is complete. So, for example, if I tied an assigned to field to this status field and assigned work to myself, and I wanted to mark that as complete, at least for me, as soon as it was ready for review, then I would simply make that toggle choice right here. I can also add new statuses, reorder statuses, etc. But once this is saved up, the settings are what they are, and that is what's going to map the due date to the status field to know if work is getting completed on time or if it's not. If you have any questions about what we covered in this training, please ask them below in the comments section of this video. And until then, we'll see you in the next training.